Week 2 of our grand adventure, and we've not got very far. After enjoying the ancient town of Hampi, we were back in Madras, in search of a good meal and a good mechanic. My Spanish girlfriend Nuria had her own version of events.
Robert wanted to fix the bike himself, but he was completely useless, so I decided to go and have an adventure of my own. The origins of Kathakali dancing go back 500 years.
Meanwhile, back at the backstreet garage, I was becoming quite an expert on forks, plugs and carburettors. I now fancied my chances on the open road once more, and decided to get dressed before heading for Puri, in the hope of linking up with a local Hells Angels chapter. However, I didn't get very far. After just 1 hour and only 50 kilometres, my dreams of becoming an easy rider turned sour once more. All the wires on the bike fused, and I was back at the mercy of another mechanic. So we're stuck in a little town called Red Hills, about 50 kilometres out of Madras, in a mechanic shop.
We set off again, but I was very scared of the motorbike and the dangerous Indian roads. The crash trucks were a sign for more problems to come, not with the bike but with my body. We hit some sand and came off the bike, and I badly burned my leg. Robert, of course, escaped without a scratch.
It's quite painful, and I will kill him.
To make matters worse, my leg wasn't the only injury. I now had a serious case of belly belly.
You have to take vitamins, antibiotics, diorite solution to give you everything that you've lost.
Digestion?
Don't know what they're for. To cheer her spirits, and after a good dose of antibiotics, I played Sir Galahad and let Nuria drive the bike after seeing the Karnak temple. Our next destination, Calcutta. It had taken us more than 2 weeks to get to West Bengal and the great city of Calcutta. Densely populated and polluted, it is often an ugly and desperate place that to many people sums up the worst of India. Yet to us it was fascinating, and the people were certainly the most friendly we've met so far. Calcutta is also the last bastion of the hand-pulled rickshaw. We had a shock on our second day though, when we found a goat tethered to our bike. The Muslim festival of Eid had started, and yes, you've guessed it, the goat became dinner after the ritual sacrifice of Kalbani. Nuria was clearly distressed by the sacrifice of the goat and was fed up of the cheap hotels.
Disgusting, but Robert don't want to spend more than 150 rupees.
By now, Nuria needed a break from carburettors, crashes and curries. She wanted to be wined and dined, and a chance to get dressed up in something other than a leather jacket. She soon got that opportunity when our story appeared in the Bengali Times, and the fashion editor asked her if she wanted to model some saris for his weekly magazine. The elation wasn't to last long, as the monsoon soon hit us, and the streets of Calcutta were quickly underwater. The rubbish that had been there the day before was now around everybody's feet, even those that tried to avoid it. Oh! Look down her feet. As you can see, new leather shoes, absolutely ruined. It was the signal to pack our bags and head for the old British hill station of Darjeeling, where the heat, humidity and hassle of the Indian plain evaporated. It is also the area that produces a quarter of all India's tea, as well as being the home to a rare snow leopard breeding programme run by the dedicated Kiran Mokhtan.
Unfortunately, their numbers are very few up in the mountains, and the experts strongly fear that if we do not take a proper step right now, that in near future these animals might come to an extinction.
These rare animals are reputably less keen to breed in captivity than the panda, but they've had some success here. After a relaxing week, we set off once more, in the direction of Delhi, but soon ran into problems when a lorry driver reversed into us.
I can't fix it. It's a new bike, man. New bike. And you just reversed into me.
He didn't have any money, however his deal was to offer us a Cobra at a discount price. I doubted whether Manchester Customs would be too happy with this import. The stress had finally taken its toll. I felt shattered, and it was time to let the train take the strain.